Alright, let's break down all the buzz, the bombshells, and yeah, even the backlash surrounding the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. It all really blew up with the Yoshi First Look trailer, which did way more than just reveal a character, it kicked off a massive debate.
I mean, let's be real. After the first Super Mario Bros. Movie just exploded, making over $1.3 billion worldwide and becoming the biggest video game movie ever, a sequel was pretty much a guarantee, right?
But even with all that success, a lot of fans walked out of that first movie with the exact same question on their minds. Where was Mario's most iconic, most lovable green dinosaur companion?
And that question, well, it finally got its answer in the Yoshi First Look trailer. But honestly, the story of how they cast Yoshi is almost as good as finally seeing him on screen. So get this, according to Illumination's Chris Meledandri, actor Donald Glover didn't even wait for an audition. He apparently called the studio right after seeing the first movie and just said, "I need to be involved," and then he hit them with this incredible line. Talk about shooting your shot. That's how you land a role. And you can totally see that energy in the trailer. Mario's reaction to Yoshi just popping up is perfect, right? That deadpan delivery of, "So, some dinosaur just shows up and he's part of the group now?" Cool. It's like the movie is winking at all of us who have been waiting for him to finally join the party.
Okay, so Yoshi's in, but the movie's called Super Mario Galaxy, so you know this thing is going to be way bigger. We're talking a whole cosmic adventure. And yeah, Yoshi wasn't the only new face joining the crew.
The sequel is bringing in the cosmic protector Rosalina, voiced by Brie Larson, the mischievous troublemaker Bowser Jr., played by Benny Safdie, and then, in a crossover that literally nobody saw coming, Glenn Powell as the ace pilot Fox McCloud. And what's really cool here is that Nintendo's own Shigeru Miyamoto, the legend himself, admitted he was a little hesitant to mix different Nintendo worlds, but he said he was totally won over by how excited the team was. And, just like Donald Glover, Glenn Powell was so passionate about Star Fox that he actually called the studio himself to pitch the idea.
But hold on, because the biggest shock in this movie wasn't a new character. Nope. It was a massive, radical change to some very, very established Mario lore.
Okay, this is a huge deal. For nearly 2 decades, Rosalina's backstory has been this really beautiful, kind of bittersweet story about loss and finding a new family with her Lumas. It's a fan favorite for a reason. Well, the movie basically rewrites all of that, connecting her directly to Peach as her long-lost sister. It creates this whole secret royal bloodline that changes everything we thought we knew, and let me tell you, it became a major talking point. So you've got all this stuff swirling around, right? Exciting fan service, huge celebrity castings, massive lore changes. The anticipation was absolutely off the charts. But when the movie finally dropped, the reviews were, let's just say, sharply divided. Before a single review even came out, the fan frenzy was undeniable. It was just the perfect storm of excitement, right? You had all the buzz about the new characters, the non-stop talk about the cast, and a truly massive merchandise rollout. And when I say massive, I am not kidding. We're talking interactive Hatch and Yoshi toys. Those little Luma shoulder paddles you could get at the theme parks. A whole collection with Uniqlo. This movie was a major event before anyone even bought a ticket. The hype got so intense, so fueled by that first Yoshi trailer, that it got a little crazy. Fans on Reddit started seriously wondering if the April 1st release date was just one giant, super elaborate April Fool's joke from Nintendo. That's when you know the excitement is real. So, on one side of the fence, you had publications like The Straits Times. They basically praised the movie for being exactly what it promised. A fun, visually stunning adventure that was made for the gamers. For them, it totally delivered on the pure spectacle and fan service. But then, on the complete other side of the spectrum, you had critics like Rendy Reviews, who just slammed it. Their whole argument was that the non-stop references and the fast pace made it feel kind of hollow, like a hyperactive cash grab that was just a bunch of Easter eggs without a real story holding it all together. So with all these new characters, these big story changes, and this really divided reaction from critics, you gotta wonder, where does this leave the franchise? Where could Nintendo possibly go from here? Well, as is the tradition for any big franchise these days, the answer might just be hiding in the post-credits scene. And this one did not disappoint, confirming the arrival of another fan-favorite royal, Princess Daisy. Okay, so let's take stock. We've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, Rosalina, now Daisy, and somehow an intergalactic pilot from a whole different game series. It really seems like the foundation is being laid, right? So the question isn't if Nintendo is building its own cinematic universe anymore, it's when are we going to see them all meet up for the ultimate showdown?